In the heart of Nto village, there lived a man everyone recognized, but no one truly understood. He was the wealthiest man in the village, yet he lived alone and quietly. His compound stood on a small hill at the edge of Nto village. It was clean, well built, and always silent. No children played there. No woman's voice called his name in the evenings. Every morning, his car drove out alone. Every evening, it returned alone. He spoke to no one, and no one spoke to him. Because of this, the villagers judged him. They said he was proud. They said he was stingy. They said money had blocked his heart. No one asked why he lived the way he did. Years before wealth came, the man was poor. Very poor. He lived in a small rented room with his wife and children. Life was hard, but there was love in that small home in Nto village. Then sickness entered his house. His wife became ill. At first, they believed it was something small. They prayed. They waited. But the sickness grew worse. Her body became weak. Her voice faded. The man ran from house to house looking for help. He borrowed money. He begged friends. He sold his belongings. When that was not enough, he sold his only means of transport. At the hospital, the nurses looked at him and asked for money. He explained that he was still gathering it. He begged them to treat his wife first. They shook their heads. The sickness did not wait. His wife died because he could not afford the hospital bill. Not long after, tragedy struck again. One of his children fell sick. The same hospital. The same questions. The same demand for money. This time, there was nothing left to sell. No one came to help. He watched his child die the same way. Within 1 year, the man buried his wife and his child. From that day, something inside him broke. He stopped talking much. He stopped explaining himself. He avoided gatherings. He avoided friendships. Pain made him silent. He worked day and night. He traveled far. Slowly, success came. Money followed. Businesses grew. But happiness never returned. With wealth came a promise he made to himself. No one in Nto village would lose a loved one because of hospital bills. No child would be sent away from school because of money. No household would suffer because of electricity bills. So he began to help quietly. He paid hospital bills without writing his name. He covered school fees for every child. He paid electricity and water bills for the village. He never announced it. He never asked for praise. Silence became his way of giving. Years passed. Nto village enjoyed comfort without knowing the source. Electricity was always available. Water flowed freely. The clinic treated everyone without asking for payment. Children went to school without school fees. People praised the village. They said Nto village was blessed. But no one asked who was behind the blessing. Then sickness returned, this time to him. His body became weak. His steps slowed. One evening, he stepped outside his compound and called on his neighbors. He asked them to take him to the hospital. They refused. They reminded him that he never talked to anyone. They said he was rich and should solve his problems alone. They said he never helped anyone. The man said nothing. He returned into his house alone. Days passed. No one visited. Weeks passed. No one checked on him. His gate remained closed. His compound remained silent. One night, the man died quietly. Life in Nto village continued. People assumed he was still alive. His car was no longer moving, but no one cared. Weeks passed. Then one night, the electricity went off. People waited. Morning came. The lights did not return. Days passed. Still no electricity. Soon after, A woman carried her sick child to the clinic, just as she had always done. Her heart was beating fast. She rushed inside. The nurse stopped her. The nurse asked her to make payment before treatment. The woman was confused. She asked the nurse why she must pay. She said treatment had always been free in Nto village. The nurse looked at her sadly and said things had changed. The woman cried. Other patients began to complain. Voices rose. Confusion filled the clinic. Around the same time, parents sent their children to school. The children returned home crying. They said the teachers sent them back to collect school fees. Parents argued. They said school had always been free. The teachers only shook their heads. Fear spread across Nto village. People whispered at night. They asked who was behind all the changes. Some elders began to ask when last anyone saw the rich man. The village chief decided to investigate. He went to the school. The head teacher told him the truth. The rich man had been paying the school fees for all the children. He went to the hospital. The doctors confirmed it. The rich man had been paying for all medical treatments. He went to the electricity office. The same answer was given. Silence fell over Nto village. When they finally forced open the man's gate, they discovered he had died long ago. His body had already been buried quietly by authorities. Men cried. Women wept. Shame covered the village. They judged his silence and ignored his actions. When he needed help, they turned away. From that day, the elders warned the people of Nto village. Do not judge those who are quiet. Some people give without noise. Some hearts are kind but wounded. Sometimes, the ones who help the most ask for help only once. And when they do, it is often too late. He gave them everything. They gave him nothing.